Weejan back.
Yeah, it's great to have Weejan back, man.
Yeah.
He had a great year last year. There's still room for improvement for him, for sure. He's got a lot of guys in there pushing him too. I feel really good about this returner group right now. Weejan has the most game experience, but you've also got guys like Zach Lutmer, who I think has potential to be a very good returner. You've got Lutmer, you've got Sam Phillips, who was a returner at his old school. So it's interesting to see a veteran guy like that kind of walk in and have that kind of ability. Guys like T.J. Washington and some other younger guys as well.
And you mentioned Reese a little bit. Talk about his progression from year one to what he could bring this year.
Yeah, so Reese from year one to year two, I think first off just getting his feet wet as a freshman and just getting used to Big Ten football and the rigors of college football, going to class and the social life, all the things that go into a young guy starting to play football. I think he played well last year, not to his capabilities. He'll be the first to tell you that. But he did have a good year, and I think the sky's the limit for that young man, and just look for him to keep working and keep progressing and keep trying to improve.
Excellent. Good to see you, Coach.
Hey, you too.
Thank you. Have a good season.
Thank you. Thanks. I guess.
What's up, LeVar?
How are you? Good. How are you?
Can you give a just long snapper between Ike, Bryant? Like, what's that competition look like?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty heated competition. I think both of them bring something different. Ike has been here for a little bit, knows how our program is run, knows the expectations within the room and within the program. And he's done a good job thus far. He had all the snaps here in the spring. And then enter Bryant Worrell, who's snapped at different schools, different locations, but he hasn't really done it here at Iowa. And so I feel like the competition's still neck and neck. There's no, this guy's the first guy, this guy's the second guy. I think it's still wide open right now, and excited about the competition.
Can you describe, like, for someone who isn't as well versed in special teams as you are, like, how important this snapper job is? Because I feel like some people might just gloss over it and be like, oh, whatever. But it's
Sure, I think a lot of people gloss over it. To be fair, we've been very fortunate to have very good snappers here at Iowa, and most recently the one Luke Elkin, who's in camp with the Chicago Bears, and so I think everyone kind of gets used to that level of snapping here in particular, and you kind of just forget about them because you don't really see bad snap, errant snaps, anything like that. But what a good snapper will do is he will allow the punter and the kicker to stay in rhythm and not have to bury anything. Makes the holder's job easy, makes the punter's job easy. And then for us, that's always been a threat in coverage as well.
What's Coach Ferentz like on a Sunday, win or loss? What's his demeanor like?
Coach Ferentz, as long as I've known the guy, so you're looking at 26 years, his demeanor is the same. It's not, if you win, it's not like he's super elated and jumping off the walls. If you lose, he's slamming doors, things like that. That's not Coach Ferentz at all. He's pretty steady, pretty even keeled. But it's always good to be around him because he'll always find a way to lift you back up and pick you back up off the mat. I go back to things that stick out in my mind. In 2016, this is years past, but we lost a game we went to Penn State. We got beat up pretty good at Penn State, and somehow we come back in, and everyone's feeling bad at that point. Coach Ferentz found a way to lift us all up, pick us up off the mat, and we play Michigan here at home, and make a walk-off field goal to win the game. Against a number 2 opponent. So I think you can't do those kind of things without the leadership and steadiness of Coach Ferentz.
You're one of these few guys who's gotten to know Kirk since his literal first days on campus. You've been around him. Is there any way that he's changed over these last 27 years, or is he still kind of the same guy you knew back then?
I think he, deep down, is the same guy. The same guy. The things that I talk about, the stability, the consistency, the even keelness of Coach Ferentz is the same. He's adapted with the times. People are different. The game is different. College football, the landscape is different. He's adjusted with that. But overall, like the things he preaches, the core values, the fundamentals, the discipline, all that stuff is still there. Still Coach Ferentz.
LeVar, going back to